What's going on, guys? It's Steven again and welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. In today's video we're going to be going over all the March Pokemon Go events, and it's a lot, so we're just going to dive right into it. So we are on the Pokemon Go information website, Pokemon Go Hub, link as always in the description. And as you can see, we are just going to slide down here for this big picture, which basically compiles all the event for March. They always make these nice handy pictures or images with all the information on there. But I'm just gonna scroll down here and read the rest of the text, which basically explains it in a bit more detail. Here, save Shadow Entei from Giovanni. So this is basically that your reward from the Team Rocket special research that is always shifting every month is going to shift to Entei. Raikou was, I believe, the one for February. So I'm not really going to go into much detail there. Entei is now available as a Shadow Pokemon from the Team Rocket research, and then the March Research Breakthrough Encounter, which is going to be Pharaoh Seed with bonus Stardust. So at the time of this video, when you are seeing this video, it has already gone live from March the 1st till Wednesday, April 1st. Ferrothorn will be in the Research Breakthrough, the Thorn Seed Pokemon, and it will come with extra bonus Stardust. It evolves into Ferrothorn, obviously, and it can be a powerful contender in trainer battles, apparently. I'm not sure on how viable Ferrothorn is in the battles. Obviously, Ferrothorn is a very defensive Pokemon, and the bulkier Pokemon tend to be on the better side in the PvP side of the game. So let's move on. I'm not too stoked about Pharaoh Seed being in the Research Breakthrough, but I wasn't stoked about the February one, which was the Swoobat. But yeah, we'll have to deal with this for another month, basically. And we will see what they bring after Pharaoh Seed. Hopefully they bring back something decent. Now, Thundurus bolts into 5-star raid, so our new tier 5 Pokemon for this month will be Thundurus. Not really a big shock. We had we didn't have Landorus. We had Tornadus in the previous month. Landorus will follow Thundurus, probably, seems most likely, as the level 5 when Thundurus moves on. But as you can see, Thundurus with the Bolt Strike Pokemon is the Bolt Strike Pokemon, will be in the 5-star raids. This Pokemon, originally discovered in the Unova region, will be making its Pokemon Go debut. Thundurus, as you can see right here, another image on the Thundurus on the tier 5. CP ranges 1911 is non-boosted 100%. Boosted is obviously from the rain, which is electric typing, and then his flying typing gets boosted in the windy weather. So a lot of potential, because it is only March, so rain and windy are not out of the woods for weather conditions in this month. But boosted CP is 2389. Fast moves can be Thunder Shock and Astonish. Charge moves can be Thunder, Thunder Punch, Crunch, and Brick Break. Weaknesses are you want to be using those Ice or Rock type Pokemons, and apparently you will be able to duo this this tier 5 with 35 plus level counters. So that is definitely not that big of a requirement. So I'm definitely intrigued by the fact that you can duo this Pokemon with such easy, basically with such easy counters. So your best counters will obviously be the Rock type Pokemon, the best Rock type Pokemon, which is Rampardos, and now the newly acquired Rhyperior with Rock Wrecker. And then comes Mamoswine with the Avalanche, Powder Snow. We still have the Terrakion with the Smackdown Rock Slide, and apparently Glaceon with the Frostbreath Avalanche, and then Tyranitar with the Smackdown Stone Edge, also viable counter. We move on to the next big thing, a month of legendary special weekend raids. Every weekend this month, I'm gonna repeat that for you. Every weekend this month will feature a different legendary Pokemon in 5-star raids. During these special raid weekends, you'll receive an attack boost when you raid with your friends. Darkrai special weekend. This will happen from Friday, March 6th, 8 a.m. to Monday, the 9th at 10 p.m. local time. So if you're lucky, you're going to be encountering shiny Darkrai. Darkrai is a very important Pokemon if you are invested in raiding. Not sure on the PvP side. I haven't seen much Darkrai. Darkrai, again, not that bulky, more of an offensive Pokemon. But for raiding, Darkrai is definitely a Pokemon you want to be having, and you definitely want to farm as much candy of this thing and as good IVs as you can possibly get. So shiny Darkrai is available from that weekend on. Then the altered Giratina special weekend will happen the next weekend. It will start on the 13th at 8 a.m. to Monday the 16th at 10 p.m. If you're lucky, you're going to be encountering the shiny altered form Giratina, which was already released during the last Halloween event, I believe it was. So not the first time we're going to be seeing shiny altered. It's stupid that they didn't include the origin form this time, because as I said, we already had the altered shiny available, but they're not going to do that. They're going to save that for another time. And then the next weekend is the Cobalion special weekend. This will happen from Friday, March the 20th at 8 a.m. to Monday the 23rd at 10 p.m. Cobalion will know the event exclusive attack Sacred Sword, and if you are lucky, you might encounter the shiny Cobalion. So with the Cobalion, we've got an interesting update here to its moveset, which is the move Sacred Sword, which is the exclusive move that the Justice Trio Cobalion, Terrakion and Virizion all learn, but we still have not gotten any confirmation, I believe, on whether this will be a quick or charge move. Sacred Sword, you would assume, is going to be a charge move, which is not really going to benefit Cobalion or the other two too much. So if it is a quick move, it might change up the fighting meta game. They might move into a top slot then, but I'm not expecting Sacred Sword to be a quick move, but we'll have to wait and see how that develops. And then the last raid weekend will be the Lugia special raid weekend, which is going to last from March 27th till March 30th. Again, same from 8 a.m. till Monday 10 p.m. local time. And Lugia will know the event exclusive attack Arrow Blast, which is also its signature move, and if you're all lucky, you might encounter a shiny Lugia. So the Arrow Blast is also interesting. Lugia obviously is more of a bulkier type Pokemon, so Arrow Blast is a flying type move, which could, if it is better than Sky Attack, put Lugia at a higher tier in terms of PvP, because Lugia is more of a bulky Pokemon. So Arrow Blast might be a very good improvement to Lugia's moveset. And then we've got a image again about the Giratina. You can see right here, we didn't go over any counters, but Darkrai obviously is a dark type Pokemon, so you're going to be using your fighting and your fairy type Pokemons. Giratina, as you can see right here, mainly the dragon type counters, and Rayquaza being the best, and then Palkia, Salamence, Haxorus in fact making top 4, then Dragonite and Garchomp follow up. Cobalion obviously being the steel and fighting type Pokemon, Groudons with EQ, and then the Lugia is also a psychic type Pokemon, which you're gonna potentially be using your Darkrai against, or your Shadow Ball Mewtwo's, or your dark type Pokemon, or potentially your rock type Pokemons, which we have seen with the Thundurus as well, which are the best rock type Pokemon. And then a mysterious weekend event is coming. So in the weekend that Lugia is in the raids, there will be a weekend, an event during that weekend, and you can look forward to following features: Stardust bonuses and more. So features: normal, fire, water, electric, and ice type Pokemon will be appearing more often in the wild. Ninkara will also be available. It will be appearing in the wild, hatching more often from 5Ks. If you are lucky, you might encounter or hatch a shiny one. Carablast and Shelmet will be hatching more often from 5Ks. 1-star to 4-star raids throughout the weekend will feature various bug or steel type Pokemon. So times to catch Stardust and times to hatch Stardust. This weekend will be accompanied by a brand new special research story event. So more details to come. So I'm not sure what they're aiming at right there. We'll have to wait and see if it's going to be another paid special research, because there were some leaks that there would be a new paid special research, but it was firstly and they first were assuming that it was going to be a community day thing again, like the Regigigas research, but apparently this might be separate from community day, and it is going to be on this weekend with the Lugia and the event with the Stardust and all the stuff that we went over here. A Team Rocket global takeover is imminent. Odd things are afoot, trainers. The professor and the team leaders have been following Team Rocket's movements and noticed they are planning something big. We don't know all Team Go Rocket plans yet, but we do have the following details to share. So from Friday, March 6th till Monday the 9th, same times again as the raid weekend, Poison and Dark type Pokemon will be appearing more often in the wild, as well as other Pokemon that are related to Team Rocket. We have reports that Absol is one of those Pokemon that will be appearing in the wild. Regardless of how you come across it, any Scorpy you could find could be shiny. Then on Saturday the 7th of March, in that weekend, from 2 to 5 p.m. local time, we have word that another Team Rocket global takeover will happen. Team Go Rocket grunts will be making a push to seize even more Pokestops. Sierra, Cliff, and Arlo, and even Giovanni himself will be more active, so if you run into them more easily, if you keep your radar or your super radar rocket equipped. We've noticed that shadow Pokemon rescued from Team Rocket Go leaders have a chance of being shiny, while the Team Go Rocket leaders have switched up their teams again. Since they first appeared during this takeover, you will be able to rescue all 6 of the shadow Pokemon that trainers have seen left behind by the Team Go Rocket leaders. During the takeover, you will be able to use the Charge TM to change the Shadow's Pokemon exclusive attack, which is Frustration, to another charge attack that the Pokemon normally can learn. Please note that if you purify the Shadow Pokemon afterward, it will still learn the move Return. So that's a big one. So if you don't want to lose out on Charge TMs for no reason, if you purify, it will return back to the move Return, replacing the attack learned via the Charge TM. So trainers, a little clarification from Niantic, since there seems to be some confusion on TMing away Frustration on Shadow Pokemon. You will only be able to do this on Saturday, March the 7th between 2 and 5 p.m. local time. Defeating the Team Go Rocket grunts and leaders would earn you twice the usual Stardust. Turn on your in-game music. The Team Go Rocket music will be playing. The Psychic Spectacular returns with new faces. We've used Future Sight, and one thing is for certain, the Psychic Spectacular is coming back. From Friday, March the 27th till Monday the March 30th at 10 p.m. Again, 8 till 10 p.m. local time. You can look forward to the following: more Psychic type Pokemon first discovered in the Unova will be making their Pokemon Go debut. During the daytime, you will be able to encounter Solosis, the Cell Pokemon, in the wild, and during the event, you'll instead encounter. And during the evening, you'll instead encounter Gothita, the fixation Pokemon. Solosis and Gothita will be available after the event in the wild and in 5k eggs. The following Psychic-type Pokemon will be hatching more often from 2Ks: Abra, Drowsy, Ralts, Spoink, Baltoy, Wynaut, Beldum, Gothita, and Solosis. If you're lucky, you might find a shiny Baltoy. Psychic-type Pokemons will be featuring in raids. Enjoy Psychic Spectacular field research throughout the event period. And we're closing in here on the final stuff on this page. Updates to the Pokemon Spotlight Hour and Mystery Hour bonus. Thank you, trainers, for all your feedback on these experimental events. For the month of March, we are happy to report that we'll be continuing testing these new ideas, but we wanted to provide some information in advance so you can prepare for these hour-long mini events that are meant to complement your gameplay. Pokemon Spotlight Hour. You can expect surprising amount of Pokemon appearing in the wild for 1 hour at 6 p.m. local time every Tuesday of the month of March. And then the mystery bonus hour. This hour-long mini event will return every Thursday at 6 p.m. local time during this month of March. You can expect bonuses for things like candy, Stardust, or XP. Log in at 6 p.m. to see what the mystery bonus is. And that is all we have in this long article, which is very nice, nicely written for all of us. But this is again the recap picture with all the events, with all the dates as well, which is very helpful because it's quite a big chunk. And then we don't even have the community day for March on here. There have been leaks that community day would be Abra, and I'm not sure what date they would be aiming at, but potentially Abra could tie in with the Lugia and the Psychic type event at the end of March, but that would actually be at the complete end of the month, the 27th until the 30th. I mean, it is possible, obviously, that it would be this weekend, and it would make sense and would fit in, but nothing is confirmed yet on the Abra community day, so that is all speculation and leaks. So that is another event that you need to factor in this month of March. Now, my final verdict on all these events of the month March is that Niantic are really trying to push the game to greater heights. I feel they're also making a lot of people trying to invest money in the game. I feel like because with every weekend of the month there will be a special raid Pokemon with shinies, so you bet there are a lot of people going to raid during those weekends, which is actually going to result in more money for Niantic. Now, for me personally, I do not really enjoy the fact that there are so many events during this month, because obviously I am also a busy man besides Pokemon Go. I still have work to do, I still have a house that I need to work or basically do my chores in. I have a girlfriend, I have a kid, so tying this in with your personal life when you have so much going on is not always that easy. Obviously, the counter argument is that nothing is obligated. You do not need to feel obligated to do these events. If you don't want to participate in the events, you just can skip them. But again, in the past, I've really tried to be part of most events. Definitely with my local community with my local community group. I tend to be as active as possible without pushing the boundaries too much at home, but for me, this is just a bit too much. I mean, every weekend you've got a raid weekend, which is, for me personally, it is just too much. I mean, I can't combine this with a private life. I can't be away entire weekends. So this is obviously another experiment that Niantic is going to be doing. I'm not expecting it to be bad. I don't think Niantic will experience this month and all these events as a negative thing, but I hope that the community day, not the community day, I really hope that the community does eventually get to a point where this is not necessary. I mean, I don't really feel like there have to be so many events going on at the same time and so many raid weekends and stuff going on. I mean, it's just too much for me personally. I mean, I am just satisfied with the level 5 Thunderous and then potentially 1 or 2 events that last for a week or 2 weeks, or an event during one weekend, and then you have the community day in a different weekend in the month. I mean, I'm fine with that, but this is just every weekend, every week there is something going on. You've got the newly added bonuses on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is, to be fair, just an hour, and you could play that from home if you do not want to move or go to a venue or whatever. But again, it is just piling up. I mean, the events are piling up. It's just getting to a point where I can't participate in them all anymore, which is a shame, because I've been playing this game since it came out and I've really tried to participate in most things that are held by Niantic. Even the real life events. I've been to Dortmund, the Safari Zone, and I've been there 2 years in a row now, and I really hope that I can go again this year. If it is still in Dortmund, which I expect it to be, it will probably be announced in the near future. But I'm just gonna stop rambling on. I mean, my final verdict on all of these events, it is that it is just a bit too much for me personally. Let me know what you think about all of these cramped up events in March, with the community day not even being mentioned here, which is also another event that is going to have to be fitted in here somewhere. Leave it in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys in a next video. Bye bye.